There is a conversation coming for you, Pisces. Not just any exchange of words. Not just small talk over coffee or a quick text message answered and forgotten. This is the kind of conversation that divides life into two parts, the time before it happened and the time after. You have been feeling it building, haven't you? That low hum of anticipation in your chest that you cannot quite name. That sense that something is shifting just beneath the surface of your daily life. The way the ocean shifts before a storm arrives on the shore. You are a water sign, ruled by Neptune, and your connection to the invisible currents of life is stronger than most people will ever understand. You feel things coming before they arrive. You sense what others cannot see. And right now, something in your bones is telling you that a door is about to open. One that will change the way you see yourself, the people around you, and the path that lies ahead of you. This video is about the 11 clues already present in your life that confirm what your soul has already been whispering to you. These clues are not random. They are signals from the universe that the conversation you have been waiting for, the one that will change everything, is on its way. Do not dismiss what you feel. Do not talk yourself out of your own knowing. Pisces, the time is now. Pay attention. Clue 1. You have been dreaming more than usual. Something is happening in your sleep and you know it. Your dreams have become vivid in a way they have not been for a long time. You are waking up in the morning with images still bright in your mind, scenes that feel more real than reality, conversations with people you know and people you have never met, places that seem familiar even though you have never been there. This is not random, Pisces. For you, as a sign deeply connected to the subconscious and to the realm Neptune rules, dreams are not just the brain sorting out the events of the day. Dreams are messages. They are the universe speaking to you in the language your waking mind is too busy to hear. When your dreams become more intense, more vivid, more emotional, it means that something is pressing close from the other side of the veil. Something is trying to reach you. Something is trying to prepare you. The conversation that is coming will not arrive out of nowhere. Your subconscious has already been rehearsing for it. You have been processing, in the quiet hours of the night, the things your waking mind has been avoiding or not yet ready to face. Pay attention to the themes in your dreams right now. Are you dreaming about reunions? About crossroads? About water, which is your element, and the symbol of deep emotion and change? Are you dreaming about someone specific? Someone whose face keeps appearing no matter how many times you wake and return to sleep? These are not coincidences. These are previews. Your inner world is preparing you for what your outer world is about to deliver. The veil between what you feel and what you will soon hear is growing thin. And your dreams are the first sign that the moment is drawing near. Do not sleep through the message. Write down what you dream. Notice what repeats. Your soul is already having the conversation. The rest of you just needs to catch up. Clue 2. Someone from your past has been crossing your mind. You have not thought about this person in a long time, or maybe you thought you were done thinking about them, and yet there they are again. Their name appears in a random moment. You hear a song that reminds you of them. You pass a place that holds a memory of them. You are going about your day and without warning, their face is in your mind as clearly as if they were standing in front of you. This is the second clue, Pisces, and it is a powerful one. When someone from your past begins to occupy your present thoughts with unusual frequency, it is not nostalgia. It is not just your mind wandering. The universe has a way of calling people back into your awareness before they re-enter your life. The psychic sensitivity you carry as a Pisces means that your awareness often picks up signals before your physical reality catches up. You are feeling their energy before you see their name on your phone. You are sensing the approach before the knock on the door. The conversation that is coming may involve this person directly, or it may involve the closure, the resolution, or the lesson that this person represents in your life. Either way, the fact that they are in your mind is not without purpose. The universe does not send reminders for no reason. If there is unfinished business, this is the window. If there is something that was left unsaid, this is the moment it may finally be spoken. If there was pain that was never healed, this is the conversation that begins the healing. You have always carried your emotions with you like water carries everything it touches. Clue 3. You have been feeling the urge to be honest. Something has been building inside you that wants to come out. You have been biting your tongue more than usual, holding back things you want to say, feeling a pressure inside your chest that grows a little stronger each day. As a Pisces, you are naturally gentle. You do not want to hurt anyone. You absorb the emotions of the people around you, and because you understand how it feels to be hurt, you tend to protect others from that feeling even at great cost to yourself. But right now, something is different. Something inside you is done being quiet. The urge to be truthful, to say the thing you have been holding back, to have the real conversation instead of the polite one, has become impossible to ignore. This is not aggression. This is not you becoming someone you are not. This is you finally reaching the point where the truth inside you needs to find air. Pisces can carry enormous emotional weight for a very long time. You are one of the most patient signs in the entire zodiac. But patience has a limit, and what you are feeling right now is the limit approaching. The conversation that is coming is one you may need to initiate. It may not arrive at your door fully formed and ready. You may be the one who has to open their mouth first, who has to say the thing that changes everything. And the reason you are feeling this pressure, this deep inner push toward honesty, is because the universe is preparing you to do exactly that. The words you have been holding back are the words that will open the door to what comes next. You are not afraid of the truth, Pisces. You know the truth better than almost anyone. What you have been afraid of is the reaction. But the conversation that changes everything is worth the fear. Say what needs to be said. Clue 4. Your intuition has been unusually loud. You know that feeling when your gut tells you something so clearly that it is almost like hearing a voice? You know the kind of knowing that arrives fully formed, without explanation, without proof, without any logical basis that you could describe to another person? That is your intuition, Pisces, and it is one of the greatest gifts you were born with. As a sign ruled by Neptune, you live partially in the world that others can see and partially in the world they cannot. You receive information through channels that science cannot measure and logic cannot explain. And lately, your intuition has been working overtime. You are having strong feelings about specific people. You are sensing things about situations before they reveal themselves. You are walking into rooms and knowing without being told what the emotional temperature is. You are finishing sentences in your head before they are spoken. Your intuition is not louder because you are imagining things. It is louder because the signal is stronger. What that means is that the information coming toward you is significant enough that your inner knowing is amplifying itself to make sure you receive it clearly. The conversation that is coming carries weight. It carries meaning. It carries the kind of content that will require you to trust what you feel rather than just what you can prove. And so your intuition is preparing you, tuning itself like an instrument ahead of a performance, making sure that when the moment arrives, you will not miss the truth buried inside it. Listen to your gut right now more than you listen to your fear. Listen to the feeling more than the doubt. What your intuition is telling you about a specific person or situation right now is correct. You already know what is coming. You just have to trust that you know it. Clue 5. You have been pulling away from things that no longer feel right. There are spaces in your life that used to feel comfortable and no longer do. Relationships that used to feel easy now feel like wearing clothes that do not fit. Habits and routines that used to give you comfort now feel hollow. Social situations that you used to enjoy now feel draining. You find yourself wanting to be alone more, or wanting to be around only a very small number of people, the ones who feel real, the ones who do not require you to perform a version of yourself that is not true. This pulling away is not depression, Pisces. It is not avoidance. It is a natural and necessary step in the process of making room for what is coming. Before a conversation that changes everything can arrive, there has to be space for it. There has to be a clearing. The things you are releasing, consciously or unconsciously, are the things that were filling the space where something new and meaningful belongs. You are, by nature, deeply empathetic. You take on the emotions of the people around you. You give generously, sometimes more than you should. And when you reach a point of needing to pull back, of needing to protect your own energy, it is because your soul is recognizing that what you have been giving your energy to has not been giving back in equal measure. The conversation that is coming will require you to be present, to be clear, to be emotionally available in a real and honest way. That is why you are clearing space. That is why you are pulling back from what does not truly serve you. Trust this instinct. The things you are letting go of were never meant to hold you forever. They were always meant to be released so that what is real could arrive. Clue 6. A relationship in your life is standing at a crossroads. You can feel it. Something between you and another person has reached a point where it cannot stay the way it is. It is not necessarily a bad thing, though it may feel tender and uncertain. It might be a friendship that has been growing distant and now must either be honestly addressed or allowed to fade. It might be a romantic relationship that needs a real conversation about where it is going and what both people truly want. It might be a family bond that holds old wounds that have never been spoken about directly. Whatever the relationship is, there is a crossroads. And you know it because you can feel it every time you are around that person, or every time you think about them, which is often. Pisces lives in the emotional world more than almost any other sign. You feel the pulse of your relationships with an intensity that others do not always understand. When something is shifting in a connection that matters to you, you know it long before words are exchanged. You have known about this crossroads for a while. You have been circling it, approaching and then stepping back, feeling the weight of what needs to be said and not quite finding the moment or the courage to say it. The conversation that is coming is the conversation about this relationship. It is the moment where the road divides and a choice must be made. Not a frightening choice, but an honest one. The universe is pushing both you and the other person toward this moment because it is time. It is time for the truth. It is time for the real words, not the polite ones. And when that conversation happens, no matter how it unfolds, your life will be clearer on the other side of it. If this message is resonating with your sign right now, trust that it is not a coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal at exactly the right moment. And you are here because you needed to hear this today. Your support, whether as a subscriber or as a member of this community, is what keeps these messages alive. The ones that touch hearts, awaken minds, and transform lives. If this video has been making sense to you, drop in the comments the day you were born. Let us keep going. Clue 7. You have been receiving unexpected kindness. Lately, people have been kind to you in ways you were not expecting. A stranger said something that stopped you in your tracks and stayed with you for hours. Someone you did not expect to reach out sent a message that felt like exactly what you needed to read at exactly the moment you read it. Someone went out of their way for you in a way they did not have to, and the simplicity of that gesture touched you more deeply than you could easily explain. This unexpected kindness is not random, Pisces. The universe speaks through people. When you are being prepared for a significant moment, for a conversation that will change your path, the world around you often begins to soften. These small acts of grace are confirmation that you are held, that you are not alone, that what is coming toward you carries love in it, even if it also carries difficulty. For a sign as sensitive and empathetic as you are, these gestures land deeply. You feel them all the way through, and that deep feeling is part of the preparation. You are being reminded of your worth. You are being shown that you are seen and that kindness is real, because the conversation that is coming will require you to believe in your own value. It will require you to stand in a moment that might feel vulnerable and know that you deserve honesty, truth, and real connection. These little moments of kindness are building that knowing in you. They are reinforcing the foundation so that when the important conversation arrives, you are standing on solid ground. Clue 8. You have been thinking about what you really want. Something has shifted in how you think about your own life. You have been quieter in your mind, more reflective, and in that reflection you have been asking yourself real questions. What do you actually want? Not what others want from you, not what seems safe or practical or expected, but what do you, deep in the core of who you are, truly want? As a Pisces, you spend enormous energy attending to the needs and feelings of others. You are one of the most giving signs in the zodiac, and that generosity is one of your greatest qualities. But it can also mean that your own desires get buried under the weight of everyone else's. What is happening now is a reorientation. Your soul is calling you back to yourself. It is asking you to stop for a moment and locate your own center, to ask what your life would look like if you built it around what you truly want, rather than what you have always been willing to settle for. The conversation that is coming is partly about this. Someone is going to ask you what you want, or a situation is going to demand that you know the answer. And for once, you will not give the easy answer or the answer that keeps the peace. You will give the true answer, the one that has been living quietly inside you for longer than you care to admit. Knowing what you want is not selfish for Pisces. It is necessary. It is the beginning of a life that is truly yours, rather than a life lived in service of everyone else's comfort. The conversation is coming. Be ready to tell the truth about what you want. Clue 9. You have been feeling a strange sense of peace. Underneath all the anticipation and the uncertainty, there is something else. a quiet, a stillness, a sense that no matter how things unfold, everything is going to be all right. This peace is not indifference. You are not numbing out or giving up. You still care deeply about the people in your life and the things you are working toward. But somewhere beneath the surface feelings, there is a bedrock of calm that was not there before, and it is growing stronger by the day. Pisces, this is one of the most important signs that a significant shift is coming. This peace is the soul's way of signaling alignment. When the path you are on and the path you are meant to walk come into the same direction, there is a quiet relief that settles into the body. You do not feel it fully in your mind yet, because your mind is still running through the possibilities, still preparing for what might go wrong or what might need to be navigated. But your soul already knows. And the peace you feel is the soul's confirmation. The conversation that is coming will feel, even in its most difficult moments, like something that was supposed to happen. It will not feel like an ambush. It will feel like an arrival, like something finally landing that has been in the air for too long. That peace you are carrying is your readiness. You are more prepared for this than you realize. The stillness inside you is not emptiness. It is clarity. And clarity is exactly what you need walking into a conversation that will change everything. Clue 10. The right words have been finding you. You have been reading something, or hearing something, or watching something, and words have been landing on you with unusual precision. A line from a book that describes exactly what you have been feeling, but could not articulate. A quote that someone shares that speaks directly to the situation you have been quietly carrying. A conversation you overhear, not meant for you, that contains the exact thing you needed to understand. This is not coincidence, Pisces. This is the universe speaking to you in the way it most easily reaches your sign. Through beauty, through language, through the poetic connection between what is felt and what is expressed. For a sign as imaginative and artistically attuned as you are, words carry enormous power. You feel them. They reach something in you that facts and logic do not. And right now, the right words are finding you because you are being prepared to say them, or to hear them in the conversation that is coming. You are being given language for the things that live inside you wordlessly. You are being handed the vocabulary for your own experience so that when the moment arrives, you will be able to speak clearly and truly. Do not let these words pass through you without being received. Write them down. Hold them. Let them teach you something about what you have been unable to say. The conversation that changes everything will be made of the words you have been gathering without realizing it. Clue 11. Something in you has decided it is time. This is the final and most powerful clue of all. Deep inside you, beneath all the hesitation and the gentleness and the habit of putting others first, something has made a quiet but final decision. It has decided that it is time. Time for the real conversation. Time for the honest connection. Time for the words that have been waiting. Time for the change that has been building. You cannot always name it. You cannot always point to the exact moment it happened. But it happened. Something shifted, and the version of you that was willing to go on indefinitely in a situation that was not fully right, that was not fully honest, that was not fully aligned with who you truly are, that version has stepped back. And a clearer, braver, more certain version of you has stepped forward. Pisces, you are known for your ability to dream, to hope, to imagine the best possible version of things. But right now you are not just dreaming. You are deciding. And that decision, that quiet inner shift, is the final signal that the conversation is not just coming. It may already be beginning inside you. The moment you decide that you deserve the truth, that you deserve the real conversation, that you are ready to stop circling the crossroads and actually walk through the door, the universe starts moving everything into position. This is what is happening right now. The clues have all been pointing to this moment. Trust it. Walk into it. The conversation that changes everything is not something that happens to you. It is something you are ready to step into. And Pisces, you have never been more ready than you are right now. If this message resonated with your sign, trust that it is not a coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it always sends exactly the right signal. And you are here because you needed to hear this today. Your support as a subscriber or as a member of this community is what keeps these messages alive. They are the messages that touch, awaken, and transform. If this video made sense to you, leave in the comments the day you were born. What makes the Pisces soul so remarkable is not just the sensitivity you carry, though that sensitivity is extraordinary. It is the courage that lives beneath the softness. The world often mistakes your gentleness for weakness, your dreaminess for passivity, your empathy for an absence of boundaries. But those who truly know a Pisces understand that beneath the surface of that calm, dreaming exterior is an ocean. And oceans are not weak. They are some of the most powerful forces on this earth. The conversation that is coming is not something you need to brace yourself for. It is not an obstacle. It is a doorway. And the 11 clues we have walked through together today are the universe's way of saying that you have already been preparing for this doorway. Whether you knew it or not, you have been dreaming more. You have been feeling more. You have been pulling toward honesty and away from what does not serve you. You have been sensing what is coming and quietly gathering your courage. All of it has been leading here. When the conversation arrives, and it will arrive, remember this. You do not have to say it perfectly. You do not have to have all the answers before you open your mouth. You do not have to be certain of the outcome to speak your truth. All you have to do is be present, be honest, and trust that the words that come from a real and open heart always land in the right place. Life after this conversation will look different. That is not something to fear. Different for Pisces so often means better. It means more aligned, more true, more free. The two fish that symbolize your sign swim in opposite directions, holding the tension between the world as it is and the world as it could be. That tension is not a flaw in your nature. It is the source of your wisdom. You see both sides. You feel the depth of things. And now you are ready to speak from that depth. Trust what is coming, Pisces. It is exactly what you have been waiting for.